up, you guys? Welcome to another episode of Ask Alex, where this is a show where I take all your questions and answer them right here on this show. I'm your host, Alex Hampton, and today we have a really jam-packed show going on today. A lot of cool things have come out over the weekend, so it's so cool to jump into these very interesting questions. And if you want your question on this show, it's very simple. All you have to do is just send me an email at static145910@gmail.com, or you can simply tweet me at Mr. Alex Hampton, or you can leave a comment under any of my posts on Instagram to ask me a question through there. It's very simple. If you want your question on here, be more than happy to answer it on this show. Now that I've gotten out the way, let's go ahead and jump into the first topic of today. And the first question comes from a Miss Nadine Scott, and she writes, "Hey Alex, Melissa McCarthy has just been cast as Ursula. I love her as an actor, and I think she is perfect for the role. But do you think this is a smart move by Disney to cast her as Ursula?" Well, thank you for your question, Nadine. So, honestly, I agree with your question. If I'm being honest, I think Melissa McCarthy is an amazing actor. She knows how to do comedy. She knows how to do drama. She even knows how to do action, with that movie she did called Spy. So I think Melissa McCarthy is the great fit for this role. If you've watched the Little Mermaid series, Ursula is an evil queen of the deep, but she's also funny. Like, if you watch the actual Little Mermaid animated movie, she's funny, and Melissa McCarthy is hilarious, and I think she would fit that role. I think she's the perfect person to do Ursula. Now, do I think this is a smart move? Yes, because now you have cast someone who not only fits the role for her acting ability, but who has a draw for her fans. I'm not saying she's a big box office draw, but she's a big enough draw to get most people to come see the movie. I'm willing to bet if they were to cast an unknown actor for this particular movie, for that character, I'm not so sure it would have a huge turnout. But then again, I don't know. I don't know how the marketing works at Disney, but I think this was a smart move. Her being cast as Ursula was actually the best move that they could make in regards to this live action Little Mermaid series. I can't wait to see the movie. I'm a huge Disney fan, and I love what they were doing with their live action properties. I can't wait to go see Lion King when that comes out. So I know this is going to be a really good movie as well. So thank you for your question, Nadine. Let's go ahead and jump into the next question, which comes from a Leah Blankenship, and she writes, "Hey Alex, I was wondering, is Taskmaster the main villain in the Black Widow movie? There are some set photos that suggest that he is in the movie, but the set photos don't look like Taskmaster at all." Well, thank you for your question, Leah. So, a couple things here. What Leah's referring to over the past, over the week, there was some set photos of what supposedly to be Taskmaster, who is sitting in a tank, and he's trying to attack Black Widow. And people are saying over the internet, if this is Taskmaster, he looks stupid. He doesn't look authentic to what the comic books or cartoon versions that he is. And here's my take on it. Well, first, number one, no one has confirmed that Taskmaster is in the movie. No one. The studio hasn't confirmed it. Variety hasn't confirmed it. Deadline hasn't confirmed it. Nobody has confirmed that in the production of this movie is where Taskmaster is the main villain of this movie. That set photo is, when I look at it, it doesn't look like Taskmaster. If it is Taskmaster, I think he would be a formidable opponent for Black Widow. I think that would be a great angle for them to do for that movie, because Taskmaster has taken on the Avengers, has taken on Spider-Man, has taken on a whole lot of other Marvel characters. So I think that he would be a great villain, but I don't think that he's the main villain, because one, no one of any form of validity has confirmed that he's in the movie. just looking at the set photos, he doesn't look like Taskmaster to me. He could be. He could be, but he doesn't look like Taskmaster to me. And not only that, like I said, like that villain hasn't been confirmed, and we don't even know what the extent of this Black Widow movie is going to be. We do know it's going to take place sometime in the MCU. We don't know if it's in the past or in the future or God knows when. Who knows? You know, so it's no. If you want my honest answer, I don't believe that's Taskmaster. I don't believe he's going to be the main villain of this movie. But if he is the main villain of this movie, I think he would be a great addition. Again, if like Taskmaster even plays a role in the last PS4 Spider-Man game that's on PlayStation 4. He's not a main villain. He's more of a side villain, but I like the different objectives you had to do to fight him. So I think he is a formidable opponent, but, you know, I don't know. It could be him, maybe not. But, you know, thank you for your question, Leah. So let's go and jump into the next question, which comes from a Dylan Blackman. And he writes, "Hey, Alex, do studios need to go to Comic-Con to promote their movies? It seems like every studio is not presenting anything at Hall H this year at Comic-Con. Do you think this is a smart move by movie studios?" So, thank you for your question, Dylan. So, for me, here's the thing. San Diego Comic-Con, the two biggest Comic-Cons in the world are San Diego Comic-Con and New York Comic-Con. Those are the two biggest Comic-Cons that most movie studios go to present their movies. Most people also go to CinemaCon as well. CinemaCon is an actual con for cinema, for movies. But if we're talking just Comic-Cons in general, San Diego Comic-Con and New York Comic-Con are the biggest ones. If I've never been to either one of them, and I can tell you this, my initial answer is I don't think it will affect them. I don't think, because here's the thing. At Hall H, well, I'll just say this. At San Diego Comic-Con, there's over 200,000 attendees there. The people who go to Hall H, there's only 6,000 people who can get into Hall H out of the 200,000. That's literally less than 3% of the attendees that go to Hall H. There are people who sleep outside of Hall H just to get into that particular convention to see the different things that studios are putting out. Honestly, I don't really think it's going to hurt the studios, and here's why. Put out a trailer, people love it. I just did a trailer reaction to Hobbs and Shaw, and the trailer was amazing. It was phenomenal. So for me, I don't think it's a necessary thing for them to be at Comic-Con. Like, I just went to Orlando MegaCon, and, you know, they don't show movie presentations there. Most Comic-Cons, they don't. So if San Diego, keep in mind, San Diego and New York Comic-Con was a place where they didn't show movie stuff there at once upon a time. So if they go back into that route where they don't show any movie stuff, I am perfectly okay with that, because like I said, in Hall H, it's literally only 6,000 people can get into Hall H out of the 200,000 that are there. That is insane. That is insane. So for me, I don't think a studio needs to do that. Like in Venom 2, if they were to show Venom 2, they don't need to show that at San Diego. They can easily show that on YouTube. Drop a trailer online, everybody will watch it because people want to see that. So no, I don't think they need to go be at San Diego Comic-Con or any Comic-Con in that matter to promote their movie, because if they just release it online, I think the fans of that genre are going to flock to it. So thank you for your question, Dylan. Now let's go ahead and jump into the final question of the day, which comes from a Thomas Fields. And he writes, "Hey Alex, so what's your take on Hollywood supporting black media? And do you think black people should be making their own content instead of working for a studio or a network?" Well, thank you, Thomas Fields. So, I'm going to answer this question the best way I know how, speaking as a black man. As a black man, I think it's very important that we create our own content. We shouldn't have to wait for the executive positions at major networks or major studios. why don't we create it ourselves? Now, there are people who have said that, which is a true statement, that there is lack of resources when it comes to creating your own content, which is very true. Here at Momentum Media, I run everything. I do the editing, I do the shooting, I do all my content by myself. I'm basically a one-man show in a sense. My wife helps me as well, but like in terms of driving the narrative of what I want on my channel, I am the one that's doing all of this. I schedule all of the interviews. I do everything, right? That's hard. It's very hard, and you need a team, and you do need finances and a budget to do that. With that being said, as a content creator and everything being on you, you have to constantly grind and put that out. Now, that's not to say that black people shouldn't work for movie studios and networks, because at some point, I do want to do that, but also have my own company as well. See, here's the thing. I think every black person, every person of color should have the same opportunities as other people in America. Like, there should be black executives at movie studios, black executives at TV networks. There should be black executives in the corporate world. So there should be a heavy representation around the world. But the problem is that we don't live on an equal playing field. So as far as me, I'm gonna go and look for the different places that I can apply to work for. But in that meantime, I'm still working on my own stuff because I have to worry about my future. And I think that as black people, we have to worry about not only supporting each other and helping each other grow as a community, but also realize that nobody in this industry is going to give us anything. We have to work hard for it. We have to. And if that means creating your own content and starting on your own path, then do that. I have more respect for people, just people in general, who create their own content and put it out, and they do everything they can to grow it and grow it and grow it until it becomes this humongous thing. And even if it takes 10 years for them to do it, they continue to do it and do it and do it and do it and do it. So at the end of the day, I support black businesses, black media who put out their own content and not waiting for a handout or not waiting for somebody to give them a job. I've always said that, I've always wanted to work for something like Collider Movie Talk, right? I love the people at Collider. I love the people at Screen Junkies. I would love to be one of their panelists, right? But at the same time, I'm not waiting for them to give me a job. I'm not going to wait for them. I'll create my own content until my stuff pops off. And if I happen to one day be a panelist on Collider or anything of those natures, then I would love to do that. But, for the most part, I believe that everybody should create your own, own your own, and then go from there. So thank you for your question, Thomas. And that wraps up my show today, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching this jam-packed episode. Please like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Hit that bell to get all the notifications that are coming on the Momentum Media. We're doing a lot of great things here, so please stay on par of what we're doing. And also, if you haven't already, go to my Patreon page and support my Patreon. We are doing so many cool things here at Momentum Media, and I would love for you guys to support me on Patreon. Thank you guys for watching this video, and as always, have a blessed day. Thank you guys for watching this video. Go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube page to get more exclusive content coming from my YouTube channel. And if you want to watch my previous videos, go ahead and click on this video up here or this video down here, where you get to see more exclusive content coming from my channel. Thank you guys for watching this video, and you guys have a blessed day.